Previously on Bearded Manor.
Father, back from prison after killing your own son.
I told you, Miriam, that was an accident. And I heard that you've married Philip Aldrich. Do you love him?
No, I've never loved him. And Philip is in love with someone else.
Philip, I have your coat.
Oh, thank you, Marlowe. I love you.
Your ladyship, I've just seen Mr. Marlowe, and he was in the stable and he was covered with blood. I think he killed your husband's barrister.
I think you're right, Miss Tousling. And I think it would be in everyone's best interest if that stayed a secret. This household doesn't need any more scandals.
Yes, your ladyship. Oh, Mrs. Towsley, this estate is falling apart. We got to do something about it. Danny, your job is downstairs, and don't you forget it. Oh, I know it. Everybody's been telling me that for years. Well, I've had it.
Lord Charles Talmadge, my new father-in-law.
Put your hand down. I will not shake your hand until you tell me what you want.
I want to protect this house. But if you want to play games, we can play games. Or we can get bloody.
Evelyn, I don't know if I can trust anyone in this house anymore. You can trust me, Grandmama. I'll do anything. Anything?
This week on Bearded Manor, the Dowager Countess is receiving... The Dowager Countess is receiving an urgent package. What is that package?
A horse head. Corgi. The barrister's thumb.
I heard the barrister's thumb. Thank you, and welcome to Bearded Manor.
Miss Pittner,
Hi, Daddy.
nobody's listening to me in this house.
Yeah.
I need your help.
Well, I need your help here. Now, do you know why they call it shepherd's pie?
Because it's made with shepherds?
Well, I know that's not right. No, I was hoping you could help. It's my first time making it. Lord Aldrich has asked for them.
I've never made a shepherd's pie.
Neither have I.
Oh, Christ! I want to be part of our family again, Helen.
After the way you treated me? After the way you treated our son?
I said that was an accident.
But no matter how many times you say it, it doesn't change the fact that he's dead.
But I still love you, Helen. Does that not mean anything?
It means something.
Enter. Hello, Nathaniel.
Your ladyship, a package rather urgent.
How urgent?
Very.
I suppose I shall open it now, then.
Would you like me to stick around? Oh! Looks like someone killed a bird and mailed it to you. What is this?
It's a thumb. Or a finger of some kind.
Who or whom would mail you a thumb?
Nothing important. That'll be all, Nathaniel.
Shall I dispose of the thumb?
Yes.
Ah!
Grandmama! Don't you knock, girl. Enter!
Presenting Evelyn Talmy!
Grandmama, you've received a package! Yes, I know. May I look? No, don't look. I just want to see... Ah! What is that? It's a thumb or a finger of some kind. Why on earth would somebody send you a thumb? It's a threat. A threat of what? I would suppose someone is threatening to cut off my fingers. Or my thumb. That's disgusting! Nathaniel, would you leave us for a moment?
Yes, of course. I'll have the thumb in my pocket.
Wait, Nathaniel.
Yes.
Dispose of the thumb.
Dispose of the thumb.
Not in your pocket, in the trash.
Ah, yes, I will throw it in the trash.
Grandmama, what kind of message would a thumb send? I told you, dear. It's a threat. But why would they want to cut off your fingers? Your fingers are frail. There is much I have not told you, my dear. Well, Grandmama, you didn't used to cut off people's fingers, did you? Dear godchild, no. Will you sit down? Like a scared rodent. Well, I've just seen a thumb! Calm yourself! How can I calm myself? You're a lady of this house! You must keep a cool head, my dear. If I am to tell you all that I know. Yes, Grandmama. I will do it. Do you remember your grandfather? Only a bit. What do you remember of him? He was quite a nasty man, as I recall. Yes. Had a temper. Yes. But he could be sweet. He used to give me candy from his pocket. There's nothing sweet about that man. We all know he was a murderer. And that he was sent to prison. Much like my father. He was also a gambler. Okay, all right.
Good morning, Mr. Reese.
Eugene!
Ah,
It's 9:45!
I just woke up.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying!
I was up all night.
Doing what?
I was working outside for Lord Talmadge. He had me on some mission in the barn.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I had
You said it's some mission. You must know what the mission is. You were doing it.
I had to keep company with the horses, you see.
No, I don't.
Listen, all I'm saying is... Okay, you caught me, all right? I slept in, all right? All right, yeah.
Now I'm more interested in the lie than the fact.
Well, nice of you to join us, Mr. Morris.
Thank you.
His lordship has been ringing.
Oh, all right. I'll get on it.
Well, what was his excuse?
Well, he started out saying that he was on a secret mission. And then he said he just slept in, so I don't know what to believe. Because it was a strange sort of lie to tell, honestly. Maybe think it wasn't a lie at all.
What? What do you mean?
Exactly.
What? Have you ever told a lie like that?
No, I can't say as I have.
But you're on a secret mission.
No. Have you?
No, but I wasn't in the Navy as Mr. Morris was.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe it's a Navy man thing.
I feel like there's a lot of those.
There really are. I'm very confused by him.
Miss Stousley, I wanted to say that I appreciated you standing up for us when Danny was talking about the revolution.
Well, why wouldn't I? This is our house. We've lived here. Mr. Reese, you and I, we've devoted our entire lives to this house.
Yes, I know. If this isn't a good thing, then it means everything of me is bad. You know?
Now, that just isn't true, Mr. Reese.
Are you sure?
I have never known a more decent man than you. Great. I got all the ground beef I could find.
Not beef, lamb. Oh, lamb. Nice boy. When the wind picks up, it goes right through your ears, doesn't it?
I'm sorry, I'm losing focus. I'm losing focus on all of it.
Daniel, what's wrong?
Nobody will listen to me.
I'm listening. Hell, I've made enough batches of shepherd pie. I'm sure some of them are going to be fine.
You made it without the meat in it.
Well, take the beef and make do, just like I do at home. Now I'm listening.
I've been thinking about reaching out to Lady Miriam.
Oh, this again.
I know, but not like before.
Daniel, she's a lady of the house. You're a footman.
The walls of the estate are going to come crumbling down if I don't do something about it.
You're involved with
No,
the
Chris, it's
structure.
a metaphor!
You don't raise your voice or take the Lord's name in vain by me or my stove or all of these
I'm
knives.
sorry.
I understand the metaphor, but how are the walls crumbling exactly? I've seen this sort of thing happen 1,000,000 times over.
Don't you feel it? There's so much lying and deceit and secrets. It's just infecting this whole place. And listen, I love her. I do, and I'm not afraid of it anymore. And if nobody else will stand by me, I got to know if she will.
Daniel, these things aren't new. You're just new to them. Take this pie, for example.
Oh, God.
Beautiful, it's golden. It's got the ridges around the edge. But on the inside, it's bubbling, full of all different ingredients.
Hey, but what if the edges are too sharp? And when you try and reach in, it stabs you. And then you can never eat what's inside.
Use a fork and knife. Daniel, if
Well,
you...
what if you only have your hands?
Then you make do with your hands. And eat away. But don't be surprised if you burn your mouth.
I got lost.
So did I, boy. So did I.
I'm gonna slip her a letter during dinner.
Daniel,
I'll be real quiet about it. I will. And I'll ask her to meet me somewhere safe, so as not to get her in trouble.
if only she cared as much about not getting you in trouble as you cared about her, you'd be a lot happier. Why are you putting your heart out there again?
Because what else do I have to live for? I've already had Morris make up the room across the hall.
What for?
Well, for me, of course.
You won't be staying in our bedroom with me.
I admit I am surprised by this.
We have a household to run. Whether we like each other or not is inconsequential.
To you, maybe.
What
To
is
me,
that?
that's entirely the point.
Well, that's quite a change of heart you've had since last.
Well,
we
I've
saw
had
each other.
a lot of time to think, Helen. And all of that thinking, I saw you many times. Your face, your voice. I cannot stop thinking about you.
You saw my voice?
Well, Helen, if you just want to cut me down...
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. No, that was spiteful of me. Please, say what you were going to say.
It's just that I love you, Helen. And that will never change, whether I am loved or even liked by you. I will always love you. You can always count on my heart.
Thank you for saying that. I don't have that inside of me for you right now.
That would seem to be the case with
But
the entire
perhaps.
house.
Perhaps in the future, it might return.
I shall await that day.
And for now, we have so many things that need attention.
Yes. We will put this house back together.
Goodbye.
Grandmama, you're scaring me. Sorry. Is it that thumb?
Yes. What thumb are we talking
Ah!
about? If you don't want to be startled, don't stand in a doorway.
But I'm sorry!
Grandmama, what's wrong?
She received a thumb!
Why would you tell?
I'm making myself a drink.
Finally, someone to join me. Even if it is 10 a.m.
You're making
receive-
it very hard for me to trust you. Sorry, Grandmama, but in my opinion, we must gain the trust of as many people as possible.
Yes, I'm still in the room.
I suppose I should tell her as well.
Or speak to her instead of referencing her while she's in the room.
Miriam,
Grandmother.
there is a lot you don't know about this estate.
Oh, well, nothing could shock me now.
Very well. It is understood that we don't have much money left.
Correct, but that's why my marriage to Philip was so necessary.
Well,
Him and his estate.
you're right, it might be very necessary. In fact, we have no money. We are in a severe amount of debt.
To whom?
Because of
Or
your
to who?
grandfather. I'm sorry, did you ask a question?
To whom do we owe money to, or to who?
Several men. Well, we are several women! Here is what you don't understand. Your grandfather gambled away the whole estate and kept asking for money and more money and more money. What are you laughing at, Miriam? You think this is a joke?
I do. I've been worried for far too long about this estate and the money and the things that my grandfather and now my father has done. And Now I've even married into a loveless marriage to help save it. And yet that is not enough. But it brings me joy to now know that Philip will truly be a member of this family, since he will now take upon this debt as well. I'm sorry, but I find it very amusing.
This is our house! I don't care about Philip Aldrich! He is not part of this family! I know you just think of me as some little plaything. I'm not sure! I'm trying, Grandmother! I'm trying! Speak your mind, child. I do have a mind. And I am part of this house, whether you like it or not. Don't stand in the doorway. And men have ruined this house for too long. It's time for the women of this house to run it. But we must work together. Don't you understand? That's been the problem all along with this house. Too many angles, too much deceit, too many secrets. But are you not playing an angle yourself, Grandmama? What angle is that, my dear? You've been playing me. What do you mean? I feel as if you've been using me. How? I'm not sure!
Where is everyone? It's dinner time! We need to get this stuff up here! Why am I always having to yell? I don't want to be that person!
You yelling? Yes, everyone's here. Are the shepherd pie ready?
Oh, aye, they're ready. All of them. All kinds of them.
Well, they're ready up there. Please start serving.
What are you doing?
I'm cutting up the apples for the dessert.
Mr. Morris, I'd like to talk to you later if you have a moment.
Well, that's nice. We don't have time for a conversation right now.
I know I said later, Christ!
Stop yelling! I'm sorry. I added to the problem.
Mr. Morris, are you a cook now?
I'm the sous chef.
Well, we could use some help with the service upstairs.
Well, what are you two doing?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, well, you want to try that again? No, not in a different tone of voice.
So sorry, Mum.
I see we have not been having dinner with me not here. How long has it been since we've had dinner? At least since I've been away in prison. Well, my seat is tidy. It's all right, I've already done it. There, Mother, please. Have a seat. Hello, all. I was not aware you were joining us for dinner.
I'm part of the family. Shouldn't I be part of the family dinners?
This is wonderful.
What are we eating tonight? I smell roast duck.
It's shepherd's pie.
I thought you had requested it.
Oh, that's right, I did.
You're a man that likes shepherd's pie. Did anyone tell Evelyn about dinner? Well,
She should smell the duck.
right?
Well, I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
Philip, Charles, Petunia,
Helen?
I wasn't finished with my names, and Miriam.
Mother.
We are all a family, and we have to work together in some capacity or we will all fail. Does anyone disagree?
You're quite right, Helen.
And in order to work together, we're going to have to speak to one another in more than veiled threats.
Well, then a toast.
Oh, Christ, he's doing a toast.
A toast to the Talmadge name. May it reign this house for many years to come.
Would you like champagne with it? Oh, it's not that kind of a toast.
I'll take some.
We appreciate it. Thank you. For those who would like champagne, Danny will serve you.
Just raise your hands.
As I said, to the Talmadge name, may it reign this house for years to come.
Cheers.
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 Shepherd's pie's on the way. Here's a shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie. Thank you. Shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie.
So, Mr. Aldrich,
Yes.
do you not have a house of your own?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Where exactly is your family?
I'm also the Earl of Essex, so my house is in Essex. Earldom as well.
And you have no desire to be in Essex,
Well, no, my heart lies in the manor here.
does it?
Well, yes, it does.
Ah, with whom? Oh, with who, may I ask? Can we just cut to the chase?
What are you getting at?
It's Marlowe. We all know it. You're in love with him. I was unaware. I did know it. That was a scheme. Yes, well played.
What would you like me to say?
Speak the truth,
The truth.
for once.
I have been speaking the truth, you just haven't been paying attention.
Well, we're all listening now. Yes, do you love my daughter or not?
I love your daughter.
No, you don't.
Not like I love Marlowe.
Father, why would anyone marry into this family? The lord of the house in prison. Accusations of murdering his own son. The child of a murderer himself.
Everyone deserves a second chance, Miriam.
Of course they do, Father. I'm not judging you. Think of it. Why would Philip marry into this house unless his secrets were worth keeping as well? It's a marriage of convenience for at least one of us.
So what are we to
That's
do?
more than some can say for their own marriages.
What are we to do?
Well, I believe the family and the house keep moving forward. what you say. To avoid any scandal, you don't want this house in the papers.
Is that a threat?
That's a fact. You don't want this house in the papers, what, with the reports of your son years ago dying in this very house, and not the public not knowing how, or the or your father.
Ah,
The gambler, the murderer.
now we're cutting to the chase.
Now, that is a ghost that hasn't haunted these halls for a long time.
Yes, but I must say I've heard from it recently. I'm afraid I must be very clear on something for everyone. It was a secret I planned to keep, but I cannot keep it any longer. We have no money. None. It is true that we do need your support to keep this house afloat. And then some. I received a letter with a terrible message today from very powerful men.
What
Yeah.
kind of letter?
A threat. They want their money back. We are in a severe amount of debt and we need your help. I do not like asking for it, but here we are.
Well, if you require my help, which you do, as you clearly stated, there are going to be some changes. First off, Marla and I will be able to walk freely and express our love however we see fit. Is that clear?
Crystal.
Secondly, Miriam can be courted by Danny. Freely within this house! Is that
It's
clear?
not your decision to make for me.
That is not how things are done.
That I would argue as well. Who are you to sit and fight with my name in your mouth?
Miriam, you said that you were in love with Danny.
Miriam, I love you. I'm trying to figure out the best thing for you.
And since you are simply figuring it out, why don't you leave it to me, who understands it?
Then please, Miriam, tell us what you would like to do.
I would like to leave this dinner.
It's not a very good answer.
What is happening up there?
Ah, Christ, I don't know!
It seems very serious indeed.
We got to do the dessert course!
Ah, the apples!
Just relax. Mr. Morris, you got to plate it.
It's in a...
Just forget the dessert.
No, we can't forget the dessert.
I just saw
They
Lady
just made a toast!
Well, I just saw Lady Miriam leave.
She left.
She left.
Technically,
Your ladyship, Lady Miriam, what can we do for you?
I would love a word, please.
With who?
With you.
Perhaps we could
Mr.
take
Morris?
a short stroll.
I would greatly enjoy a stroll.
All right.
I'll be outside. We're strolling.
Do you need anything, Lady Miriam?
I would like you to open another bottle of champagne and pour it for everyone down here.
That's far too kind.
We've never had champagne before.
Oh, yeah, we've never had champagne before.
That's what I just said.
I'm just trying to...
You be careful, Danny.
I've had enough being careful.
Yeah. Good song.
Would you like an apple?
I came as quick as I could.
Why was I in the doorway?
Would you like to take a walk with me down the lane?
I would love to. You said you wanted to speak with me.
I did. I feel like I've got a million questions for you, but there's not enough time to ask them all.
Well, we can walk as long as we'd like.
I think I'll get too tired.
Then we can stop walking.
It's all right. It helps me think. You see, the thing is, I see what's going on at the estate, and I'm just so worried it's gonna all fall apart. And
You're worried.
and then I think, well, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, you know. Everything's so terrible, anyways, already. So I guess it wouldn't be so bad. But then nobody listens to me. They think I'm just a dull boy, a little Irish cripple.
You are not a dull boy. You are a man. A not dull man. And you're not a cripple. You are Irish.
That man you're married to, he murdered someone.
I know.
I feel like we've got to do something about it.
That would certainly bring the walls down. Daniel,
Do you want to do something about it?
I don't want to do anything about any of it anymore. I just want to leave.
You want to leave the estate?
With you. Take me anywhere, Danny. Anywhere in the world, I'll work. We can make do. It's all the same if we turn him in.
I don't want you to work. I want to take care of you.
I don't want to work either. Anna, you've asked me and given me so many chances, and I've given you the same answer. The same answer I've always been told. If we stay here, we could be together here. But then we're still here.
And we could never really be together.
I'd go anywhere in the world with you. If you'll take me.
Where would we go?
You know Ireland. That's a
bit?
start.
Got a lot of family there. I could sell milk again. I was pretty good at that.
I thought you were fantastic.
We could get a couple of cows. Start our own milking business. I could milk for days.
I don't care where we are or what we do.
As long as we're together.
Mother, Helen, Charles.
Out with it, boy.
I know I am not welcome in this house anymore. And I accept that.
Charles, may I say something?
Please.
You worry so much about not being welcome that you are missing the point. You are here now. You have not been kicked out. The walls are falling down, Charles.
And I would
We
like
must look forward.
Yes, and I would like to help with that. Which is why I have come to say, who are these men? If I cannot do anything here, I would at least like to help any way I can, and if anyone is to be mixed up with men that might kill them, it might as well be me. I will give my life for this house.
Oh, Charles. We will never be free of this, will we? The Talmadge name. Murders and lies. Always should be our family crest.
Perhaps, Petunia. But we are still alive, and unless you plan to walk out of a window or jump off of a bridge, we will have to continue being alive.
Let's not think about that, please.
And if we continue being alive, we might as well do the best for ourselves that we can.
Speak clearly, dear. What do you mean?
I think that Charles' plan is a good one. Someone needs to speak with these men. And clearly we are beyond communicating via letters.
Or thumbs.
So it must be done face to face.
I can set up a meeting.
I'm sorry. Thumbs.
Did she
It's
not?
in the past, Charles.
No,
They sent
We
us
sent a
They
thumb.
sent us a severed thumb.
I'm not sure if you...
What's that look in your eye, Charles?
Did you realize that I was in a cell with Father?
Oh, dear Lord.
You
I
were in
know
a
the
s-
men of which you speak. And if they are willing to cut a man's thumb off, they are willing to kill us all. It's somewhat of a calling card.
Is this a prison thing?
No, these men have never been to prison.
Charles, do you think your father is in on this?
Of course I do. But this
I want you
is
to
my
die.
chance to put this to an end, Mother. I will get them before they get us.
And then what? More killing? More
And then
bloodshed?
you will be free. The house can start anew.
That is what your father thought as well. And look where we are now. Digging our own graves.
Do you have a better idea, Petunia?
I'll get my gun.
Hello, Mother.
Miriam?
How was the rest of dinner?
Unpleasant.
So much like the beginning of dinner.
Yes. You have a different look to you, my dear.
I would say that you are right, Mother. But I don't see myself as often as you see my face. I'm all afluster. I spoke with Daniel.
Just spoke?
just how I imagined it. For so long, thinking of him, I could see his eyes, see his voice. The thought of loving someone who lived in the same house as him for so long, being so close and yet so far away. Seemed a world apart, and yet now he's as close as I see you.
I'm very happy for you.
I want to be happy for you too, Mother. I'm sorry I've judged you so harshly.
It's all right. I suspect I deserved it.
You don't have to keep deserving it.
I wish that were true.
We speak about this house as if that's all there is. It's such a big world. We might lose riches, and we might lose status. But you lose that when you die anyway. But you don't lose the love that you have, or the love that others have for you. It's the only thing that stays on this earth. What about your love?
I'm not sure I know what love means.
I'm terribly sad for you again. What was that man's name who sent you trinkets and got father so ruffled up?
It seems like a lifetime ago.
Things were so simpler then. If you would have known how terrible father's temper is, perhaps he wouldn't have tested so much. That's a man who loves you, worlds apart from you. There's got to be all types of others. Or there is father, of course.
Perhaps it's time we saw a bit of the world.
We? I'd like that very much.
The